Alexa, buy Xbox One X.
Whoa!
Cancel.
Vimesy.
Cancel.
Xbox One X robot terabyte. It's £359.99, including VAT. Find delivery. I added it to your Amazon basket where you can review product and seller details before checkout.
Cancel. Stop it, man. Seriously.
Xbox One X Robot White Special Edition. 1 terabyte. Removed from your Amazon basket.
Oh, boo.
I thought I was going to say, sure, confirmed. Pre-order placed.
Knock on door before we even finish the show.
The Gamer's Confessional.
Hello and welcome to episode 252. That's right, it's one of those things where the numbers is the same way around, the other way around. Good to know. Of the Gamer's Confessional, it's me, Vimesy. With me today we have the illustrious Clarky.
Hey.
And as my daughter likes to call him, Peep.
Pet.
No, Peep.
Why is he called Peep?
I don't know, she saw your name on the screen and just for some reason decided she's going to call you Peep from now on.
My missus refers to you as Pedro and Grimesy.
I'll take it. Sounds like some Spanish kind of under the radar hardcore grind band. I'm going with it. Pedro and Grimes in the house, mixing it up.
Yeah, some Spanish pop band.
That sounds cool. For those of you wondering why I'm looking so hip and down with the kids today, those of you YouTube might be wearing my beautiful hat. It's because it's bloody freezing where I'm recording at the moment, so you're just going to have to make do.
Is it snowing? Was it snowing?
No, it's just really cold.
Oh, it was snowing yesterday up here. Yes,
but you're in the Arctic Circle, Clarky. That's what kind of happens. Up there, north of the M4. So, yeah, it's not necessarily a fashion choice, although I have been said I look rather dapper. So that's cool. Today is a very... I don't know what we're going to talk about today. We haven't really discussed what we're going to go on about. Pet says there's no news at all, and then started berating Clarky because apparently quick resume doesn't work. So maybe you can enlighten me on that one, Pet, because I don't know what you're on about.
I sent a video to the group. Do you not read my messages?
If you send me a YouTube link, but you haven't described what that YouTube link is to, I don't click it, mate.
Ain't nobody pressing that.
No way. Not after last time. It nearly got me 5 years inside.
All right, so basically what's happening is both new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox, now that everyone's played around with them, they're seeing what works well and what doesn't work well. And some things like the PlayStation... I don't know if you guys have heard about the issues with the controllers charging. You heard about that stuff? It's not charging from the front USB for a lot of people. You've got to charge it.
That doesn't surprise me. My controller on my PS5 seems to run out of charge so quickly compared to my old dual.
So it might be because it hasn't actually fully charged. And there is a setting in the settings menu where you got to. Do you charge it in rest mode or when it's?
It's in rest mode. It's in rest mode all the time when it decides to keep that rest mode going and not turn itself off halfway through a download.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that in your settings there's a setting for how long do you want the USBs to be charging.
Devices. Yeah, I've done all that. But it's honestly it's just the battery life on the dual. What is it called? This one, the Dual Sense.
Dual Sense, yeah.
It just is I'll play for an evening and I'm already into the last bar. Whereas before I used to not have to charge my DualShock for a week. I'm rapidly trying to talk over Pet pouring water down his throat.
Yeah. And when I came on, I said, "It's all right if I don't wear any trousers today."
It's not like it looks like you're drinking out of a goldfish bowl.
Is that my mug bought me? That's a football mug. It's a football. It's
all right.
Okay. Does it have to be half a litre of? No.
Your controllers don't work. I've seen a few people whose...
I don't say they don't work, although I will say that I haven't, we've been playing a bit of Call of Duty this week and haven't noticed any change in the triggery things.
I've seen a few people reporting that their headset cable just drops out of the controller a little bit very easily.
No, I can't say I've noticed that. I normally play... Yeah. I actually know because I don't use these headphones on that.
If you use them wired, if you will.
Right now I'm like that.
But yeah, my point was and then there's some stuff about the Xbox, the quick resume thing doesn't actually work as what we kind of were led to believe it would work as. Like for the games it does work, it's really, really good. But there's a whole lot of games that it's not compatible with. So the main Xbox One being like Gears 5, you can't quick resume into Gears 5.
I'm sure. I remember watching before launch, like streamers showing that off, and it seemed to be working.
Yeah. So this is the whole sort of thing. Like it's very specific. It's not very specific, but it's specific games. So
but for Gears, that's what I'm saying. For Gears 5, because I'm absolutely sure I was watching. I'm sure I was watching like Alana Pierce or something like that doing.
Oh, that's weird.
Doing like a quick resume video.
There's a good video on the video I sent you was the one on I can't remember his name. He's like head of like the Xbox sort of commercial side at IGN. I can't remember his name. I think he might follow you on Twitter. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he talks about it quite well, and he was like
personal friend of the pod.
Yeah. He was like sort of saying, I knew about like they sort of messaged him beforehand when he had like the test model and they were testing it for release, and they sort of told him then, all right, there's no quick resume with Gears and blah blah blah. But he just assumed it would be working when the game was actually out and the console was out. So he goes into detail.
I liked the idea of it, but in practice, it's a bit pointless. It's like it's a bit lazy as well. It's like, all right, let's open a packet of salt and vinegar crisps. Actually, no, I'm not going to have them. Let's order salt and some plain crisps. It's like, just turn the fucking game off.
I'm not being funny, Clarky, but if it's movie night, I've got 3 tubes of pickles in front of me, right?
Oh my god!
I've got my sour creams. I've got my prawn cocktail. I've got my barbecues. You know what I mean?
I just don't.
Quick resume with Ringo eating.
Yeah, and I just don't use it because it's like I said the other week. They just load so fast. It's just a pointless feature.
Clarky's never been to an orgy, so.
But Clarky, on the PlayStation 5, it's even worse because they don't have quick resume, but they've got like in the toolbar next to the home button, you've got something called Switcher. And I was like, oh, is this like quick resume then? I haven't read anything about this. And no, it's just you can just quickly go, like you can not quickly, you can just go to the previous game you played. So it's like, oh yeah, I can do that from the menu.
They've got a couple of bits. Their menu system's really awkward because and I've still not quite got my head around it, but it's like before I could just like tap the PlayStation button, or is a long hold, I can't remember, and it would bring up the power off button. So if I wanted to turn off the game, I just go hold down, press the button, it's off.
Yeah.
And in this one, I've got to like tap it to bring up, then I've got to scroll all the way along to the power settings, then I've got to press that, then I've got to go all the way up to, and it's like, why are you making it so? Why are you putting the thing that I'm going to use probably the most as far away from me as I possibly can get?
You know the one that annoys me the most, which is really, really long now, it's to switch the audio from chat only in your ears to like all the audio. So in the old PlayStation, you could press and hold the PS button and you could go, all right, I just want to hear my party's voices.
Yeah.
And I do that quite a lot because in games like FIFA, in games like Call of Duty, you want to hear the audio of your mates and the surrounding area in your headphones so you can get the 3D sound.
Yeah.
But in FIFA, you don't necessarily want to do that. I actually just want to turn down the volume on the TV or whatever, have it on the TV and have my friends in my
I hadn't even realised I could do
through the menus, all the way to settings, into audio settings.
Have you not got the button on your headset that you just press up and down on?
Yeah, you could adjust it there, but...
I mean, just lifting your hand to your head. I have too much effort.
It depends what headset you got, because I can do it on the Pulse, but when it's FIFA... I just have my little, the free one that came with the PlayStation 4.
Oh,
I've got one of those.
I'm sorry. No.
I think I lost that 7 years ago.
I bought it again because I liked it so much. I bought 2.
I have to say some of the videos, as jokey as they are, that have come about since this generation have just been hilarious. You're smoking Xboxes.
Brilliant.
My favorite one's this. You know how they generally do comparisons of games loading on each of the thing, or your console starting up, see which one did it quicker. My favorite one was changing it from horizontal to vertical.
That was good.
And it starts both videos with the timer. And it's like the guy on the Xbox one actually points at the 4 rubber feet on the side. He's like, and then just tips it on its side, and it stops at like 3 seconds. Of PlayStation 4, so it's still going a bit later.
20 minutes.
Put this in here.
Have you seen the video, Clarky, of that idiot online, the absolute fool, who thinks he can play games on his PlayStation 5 without the discs in? Have you seen that?
Never heard of this problem. This sounds like something
that idiot
only a fool would do.
Oh yeah,
only a fool would do.
So why tell us what you've been doing?
Fuck off. This is not my fault. This is a complete PlayStation faux pas.
What, that you were trying to play PS4 games?
No, I
on your
wasn't.
PS5?
All I said was I went to my library in the PlayStation
It's not
5.
working, guys. It's not.
No, I didn't say it. I hadn't tried to play any of them. I just said, what's all these padlocks doing on the thing? Because it's got like Call of Duty Ghost of Tsushima that I've got.
No, you didn't say that, mate. You said
Come on,
I've
Vimesy.
got it on. I could get my WhatsApp up and show you.
You
If you want.
said Assassin's Creed isn't compatible, and I was like, what?
No, I didn't say it wasn't compatible. I said, why has it got a padlock on it? And then when I go to it, it won't let me install it because it takes me to the store page, but it just says I can't do anything. I can't buy it. I can't do anything. It just says you can view the product page. It doesn't allow me to do anything with it.
Yeah, because
It doesn't
until
tell
you
me.
put that disc in, you don't own it.
Yeah, so why don't they have a fucking disc icon on it
But
then? Why have they got a bloody padlock? The
Because
old
there's
one,
no disc in
PlayStation
it.
4, used to have a bloody disc on it.
If I accidentally do that on the Xbox, I'll like click on the game, and it'll come up with a thing on screen saying, "Stick the disc in, mate."
Yeah, no, it doesn't on this one. It takes us to the fucking product page.
So Vimesy went around going, I can't get these games to play, guys. I don't
No,
know
no,
why.
no, I did not say
After
that.
half an hour, Clarky goes, have you put the disc in?
No, I didn't say that. So you're making it sound much
God,
worse
what
than
did
it
you
was.
say?
I said at no point did I say to you, I can't get him to play. I hadn't even tried.
You
I just
said,
wondered
like,
what
these
the
games aren't
icon
compatible
was
with
and why
PlayStation.
it was there and why some of them were showing it and why don't PlayStation like have something that so that they didn't used to have fucking padlocks on them.
I will find the evidence.
You
Oh,
go
yeah,
find
yeah,
it. You go
yeah.
find the evidence. I can't be bothered with you. Silly.
Vimesy's not very good at following instructions, Pet. We know that.
Oh, you lot talk about
For example, step 1. This will only work if you have an existing Game Pass Ultimate subscription.
Oh, what the hell happened there? Should we discuss that as well?
What are you talking about?
So
Is
you
this me
remember,
fucking up as well?
Yeah, well, I think it was Clarky's fault, to be honest.
It wasn't my fault.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
You know,
just before you continue with this, can I just clarify that I wasn't brought into what was happening here until they'd already fucked up. So go on, continue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go on.
No, I wasn't listening. I was
So this is
reading
what
text.
Vimesy said, yeah? He sends an image of Shakira with a padlock. We're going to go onto the Xbox issue in a second. And he goes, weird that some PS4 games are not playable at all on the PS5. At all.
I mean, I tried to play it.
Yeah, so I said, oh, weird. I said, that's weird. He goes, yeah, there's quite a few. Division 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Spider-Man, they all got padlocks on them. I was like, what? I said, hold up, Assassin's Creed, it's obviously Assassin's Creed's compatible. And then we worked out, it's because you hadn't had your CD in. You didn't put your Assassin's Creed CD in. So hence you had the padlock. It couldn't download it because it had no proof that you owned it for you to download it.
Go on, Vimesy, kick their heads in.
I will. Honestly, children don't have it.
And then after half an hour, Clarky, have you tried putting the CD in, mate?
It just says weird that some PS4 games are not playable at all on the PS5 because it's got a big padlock on it.
And I was like, they are. I've played Assassin's Creed on PS5.
I said there's quite a few, all got padlocks on them. And then I was like, but I don't know what it means. And then it says I can't do it. And then I said, this is silly. And then you just said...
So he had padlocks on all the games that he had on CD. So you got to put the CD in first.
They were attached to my account, so it knows I had them. But because I was on a new console and the disc hadn't unlocked it on the new console, it had unlocked it on the old console because obviously I'd had the disc in that machine. But instead of just having a disc icon saying put the disc in, it just says locked. And it was just like, what? This is ridiculous. So
it was obvious to me and Clark.
Well, no, it wasn't obvious to you because you spent half an hour trying to work it out as well. So don't give me that.
Well, I just thought, you know what, the CD thing did go through my mind, but I was like, he can't be that stupid.
Yeah, often the obvious thing misses you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, the Xbox thing. So I blame Clarky for this, but
disclaimer: I didn't know anything about what you were doing until you'd already done it. So now,
well, I'll tell you
Xbox
why.
thing?
I'll tell you why.
Where you tried redeeming the EA access.
Oh, just...
Listen, I'll tell you why we didn't tell you. Yeah, because
you're a dick.
Because you're a dick. But Vimesy kindly said to me, this is how it started. Vimesy kindly said to me, mate, I feel bad about the whole bet thing. Yeah, because I was taking.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
He did. He was like, I feel bad about the whole bet thing, man. About the new Xbox PS5. He was like, he was like, do you want me to look around like for an Xbox if they come back in stock? And I was like, no. I was like, don't worry about it, man. I was like, he was like, no, I feel bad. I was like, listen, if you feel bad, honestly, what I would prefer is, why don't you do this? Why don't you buy me that thing Clarky said, which was like £1. What was it, Clarky?
It was 16 quid.
16 quid, yeah.
What it was is if you subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate, because you get EA Access as part of it now, if you redeem a 12-month EA Access voucher, yeah, it'll redeem it as 4 months of 4 months of Game Pass Ultimate instead.
So you buy a year's worth of EA Access, and it should convert it into Game Pass Ultimate. However,
so what Clarky said. This is what Clarky said.
Exactly what Clarky said.
So I said to Vimesy, because Vimesy, he was like being amazing. He was like, mate, I'm going to sort out a new console for you. New next year, I'm going to do the bet. I was like, don't do it, Vimesy. It's too much money. If you want us to game, I said, get me the £16 thing, and the bet is done. I was like, we can all play together, Sea of Thieves, and so on. So, Vimesy, take it from there.
So I did. I bought him this £16 12-month EA voucher.
I went and got my PlayStation.
Yeah, got it all done.
Right, Xbox.
Pet goes into his, whatever it was, Xbox.
Wait. As we're talking about Xbox stuff, Alexa, turn all the lights green.
Okay.
Continue, sir.
Oh, God.
If you're not watching this on YouTube, you are missing a trick. Yes, so he goes into his Xbox, puts in the code, and then goes, Vimesy, I've now got 12 months of EA Access that I don't want. I'm like, what? But Clarky said. So we go back to Clarky and we say, Clarky, this thing you're talking about, it don't work, mate. And he said, oh, but you've forgotten the first step that I forget to mention to you beforehand.
Whoa. I'd already said if you were an existing Game Pass Ultimate.
It does not say that, and you did not say that at all, because we went back to you with it, saying, oi, look at this, you bastard. So it only redeems it.
It's a bit like the disc thing, you know. You kind of expect a little bit of common sense.
Expect a bit of common sense. Now you think common sense is something we should listen to. Okay. So
what do you do, Vimesy?
So I go and I buy him. However long it was of a Game Pass Ultimate.
3 months.
Hold on, of Game Pass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of Game Pass, because Clarky didn't mention Game Pass Ultimate. He just said he needs to be a Game Pass member.
What are you talking about now?
No, that's what you said. You said he needs to be. Is he already a Game Pass member? I said no. He says he needs to be a Game Pass member. So I bought him 3 months worth of Game Pass. So he installs 3 months of Game Pass. Now what's he got? Now he's got 3 months of Game Pass and a year's worth of EA Access is what he's got.
I do. But I don't have Xbox Live. Stop playing online.
He couldn't play because he got no live.
Where the hell did you manage to buy just standard Game Pass from?
CD keys or something, or Shop 2 or wherever it was.
12 months worth subscription of EA games.
He doesn't want
3 months of Game Pass, and I still can't play online with you guys.
I still can't play online because he ain't got no Ultimate. So yeah, that went really well. Did we resolve it in the end, Pat? I can't remember. Did I buy you something else?
No, you just said. But I felt bad, so I was like, all right, Monty. I just thought this could go around like for the next 5 stuff of you buying me stuff, and then you might as well have bought me the new Xbox. So I was like, okay, don't buy me anymore. I went and bought
a new Xbox.
I went and bought Ultimate. I upgraded my Game Pass to Game Pass Ultimate, and for the first month.
Oh, that was it for the quid thing, wasn't it? You used the voucher or whatever it was to get the quid thing to change your Game Pass to Ultimate, and then whatever.
So now I've got Game Pass Ultimate, which has all 3 of the things we basically bought individually.
What a palaver! You just try and make use of a decent little loophole, and anyway, tragic. But anyway, we did all that and managed to get playing Sea of Thieves, which was great. And then we were going to play more Sea of Thieves. And not once have we managed to get all 3 of us on a boat together. It's either been me and Clarky rolling on the seas, or it's been me and Pat.
But I really liked it when it was.
It was great. We still got chances to do it, but instead, for some reason, we all decided. Oh, this is why. Yeah, this was why. Because Pat told us, "You're going to love it." Vimesy. He says, "Warzone, they got a hardcore mode now. Get on it, sunshine. Get on it." I'm like,
God.
Yeah, I called you at night. I was like, "Oh my God."
You said this is going to be awesome. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. I'm like, this sounds perfect, because the thing I hate about Warzone is the time to kill on it. And I just,
Yeah,
brilliant,
absolutely.
bring me on
And it was
hardcore.
good. I mean, I played a few maps. I was like, Vimesy,
Yeah.
but you want this?
So I toddled off. I thought, great, we'll play on this. Get on it Tuesday night. I booted up my my PlayStation. I checked my Black Ops Cold War, whatever it was up to date and all scooty. Because, you know, when you go into the Black Ops main menu, there you go. You've got your campaign, you've got your multiplayer, you've got your Warzone, you've got your zombies, you've got your store, all there. Yeah. Tuesday night cometh. Vimesy presses play. PlayStation. She said no. She said, not having it, mate. You ain't got the game. I'm like, what? I've installed it. It's there. It's on my menu. You ain't got the game. What? It's a little bit. I've got to go and install it from the PlayStation 4 version of Modern Warfare, which I haven't got. Which I have got, but it's on my PlayStation 4.
So he's got the PlayStation 5 Cold War game on a disc, is what you've got.
No, it's digital.
It's
a digital version.
Which, when you turn it on the left it says Cold War, in the middle it says Warzone, and on the right it says Zombies or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. But the Warzone is very clearly there. But when you press on it,
right there.
Nothing happens. It just says you ain't got the game. So I think, great. So off I go to the store to go and get the free standalone version of Warzone. No, they haven't released the free standalone version of Warzone yet. Not for the PlayStation. They have on the Xbox. They haven't on the PlayStation.
They have.
No, they haven't. That's not coming out for another week or so, 10 days.
Wait, the standalone version of
so there's a standalone version of Warzone where you don't have to download. Like, the only reason I can get Warzone off that is because I've got you have to go and download the separate packs, which is what I had to do. So I had to go into Modern Warfare's, boot that up.
So the standalone
for me,
the standalone version of Warzone, is that what you were looking for?
Yeah.
It's in the free-to-play section of.
Couldn't get it to load because it obviously got confused because it thought I meant the version I've already got because it's obviously got my account linked to Modern Warfare, right? And I'm just like, what the. So in the end, I basically had to do that thing where I had to install Warzone again from scratch. So I had to wait for that to install. I thought, great, Wednesday night, let's get on it. Boot it up, press the button. Thought I'd try it before we go on. No, here's some packs you've got to install. I thought, fuck you, Activision, we ain't doing this again.
I went on my Xbox into the store under free games, clicked on Warzone, and it downloaded it in one download. And then once I started it said, do you want the high definition? Yeah, you want the texture pack? Yeah, I'll have that as well. Second download.
Oh, mate, it was
that is what should happen on PlayStation as well, Clarky. But the complication, I do get the complication, and that is what happened for Protection, people like that.
The complication is Activision.
The complication is it's the Cold War. So he's running a Cold War PS5 game, which is a PS5 game. There's no Warzone PS5. So he has to then download the last gen Warzone game and somehow link the two.
Yeah, basically it takes out.
Well, wasn't that obvious, Vimes, eh?
Yeah, well, you'd think so, right? I mean, it had a picture of a disc on it. Nah, it's oh, mate.
He
anyway,
should be able to put in the Cold War PS5 disc and have everything there.
It wasn't. It's a digital bloody download, so I assume because Warzone's free to play and it's on the menu of Cold War that when you press it. Boom, it's there. And it's not. You have to go back and install the packs from Modern Warfare and put them.
But then you did install the packs of Activision, so then you went on to look to play hardcore.
Yeah, got there. Let's get on it. Oh yeah, sorry that it finished yesterday. He says
it was like a special 3 day thing.
You know, mate. 3 days and 120 gigs of download later, and I can't play the game. Brilliant. So yeah, I was really happy about it. Cheers, Pat.
I didn't know when it was ending. I thought it would have been at least a week.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because we all got on, which was amazing. Because this is the
cross-platform.
Cross-platform. Two of the master race, me and Pat playing on PlayStation, and Clarky on his Xbox. And I think it's the first time all three of us have been playing a game since Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
May well have been Fall Guys. And I think Clarky should talk us through it because, you know, me and Pat have talked about Warzone before a little bit.
Yeah, it was Clarky's first impression.
I didn't think Clarky was going to like this at all. I thought he was going to be Clarky.
Played it before.
I thought he was going to be a moany, whiny little spoiled little moaning on about it. Unfair, it doesn't work. It didn't
Yeah.
So how did you find it, Clarky?
I enjoyed it, but
There
I
you
always
go.
enjoy playing with you guys online, regardless of the game.
I was really, I don't mean this in a bad way, I mean this in a good way, but I was really surprised how good we were. Like,
I know.
we joked about, like, oh, should we stream this? And we're like, no, don't stream, it's going to be... I wish we streamed that first game.
The first
Yeah,
game,
that was
the first game was all right. I had like 6 kills. We got in the top 10. It's like, this is great.
We were just going ham. Like,
Yeah,
we just...
yeah.
It was just like the bazookas, like, all together. All right, let's go here.
From that point on.
I don't think, looking
It's okay,
into it, I don't think we'd be able to stream it easily, because I think there's some privacy thing between sort of, so for example, if I streamed it, my Xbox recording you two PlayStation boys' voices, and you'll probably have something similar vice versa, where it won't let you like, oh no, he's on Xbox, you're not recording his voice. He hasn't agreed to the same terms and conditions.
Do you know what, Clarky? We still see, what was our icon for you? Was it a PC?
I don't know. For me, mine was obviously the controller Xbox logo, and you two were just like boxes.
Oh, for us, you got like the PC logo, like a PC screen.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man! You don't have to show the Xbox, but it's obviously not a PC. Just show anything. Show a games like a generic.
You have to turn on all the cross-platform stuff.
Generic controller, something like that.
It's probably why we only made it to the top 10, because of all those PC players we had to go with.
No, every game was good though. I felt like we competed in every game.
We had some fun. I think honestly the first game we did well because we went all in, mate. Went full on aggressive. That's what it was.
The live and kill game, something like that.
None of this sneaky bollocks. No.
I really enjoyed this. My only problem with it is like I'll probably go on it once in a blue moon when we're all together, and it's like, yep, no problem with that. But then I've got like 100 and something gigabyte game that I'm hardly ever going to go on. It's like, not like me. It's a little.
I think it's one of those games that is like you can just boot on for a 20-minute session, or you can go in and play it for 3 hours, and I always have that's why I like Call of Duty, because it's Call of Duty. I'm not somebody who, sometimes I'll get in the swing of it and I'll play it for 3 weeks straight, but most of the time it's just...
Man, it looks so nice with that texture pack.
It looks all right.
The funny story, guys, the next day I went in, we played that night.
Yeah, go on.
That's it. Goes to me, can't play this game, you ain't got the packs. I was literally playing yesterday.
Why can't they get it right?
So I had to re-download the texture pack, and then I re-downloaded the high texture pack again, even though I obviously already had it. I mean, I downloaded the high texture pack on PS4 Pro because it was out on PS4 Pro as well.
I mean, for us, it's just a bit of an inconvenience. But think about our brothers across the pond who have to like pay for the amount of downloadable stuff they get every month.
A lot of people in this country are capped.
I had all the packs. Every pack, because I like to play the normal with Vimesy as well. We used to get on and play the hardcore mode in normal Modern Warfare. So I had multiplayer pack 1, multiplayer pack 2, multiplayer pack. There's 3 multiplayer packs. There's special ops packs. There's data packs. I had all of them, and now I don't have anything apart from the high texture pack. I was like, I know I had it yesterday. I didn't delete it.
It's sad, because I remember when we talked about this the first time round, when Modern Warfare, either it first came out, we first started getting to play it properly. Yeah. And it was like we spent more time bitching and moaning about the fucking download policy than we did about the game, which is a real shame.
Motor racing.
Sorry?
Sounds like, why can I hear like a car going past?
I hear it as well. I just thought it was Vimesy.
Are you watching the bloody Formula One?
Formula One isn't on for 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Keep hearing like a...
Hang on, I'll mute and see if that's...
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
No, I'm not watching any Formula One.
Have you got is there a drag race going on in next door's garden?
Is your wife's bedroom locked upstairs?
There's RuPaul next door going, right, come on, honey. My daughter's watching some crap on YouTube about makeup, and it's some bloke who's like, hey sisters, all the time, and she's started to talk like that, and I'm just like, not having it. That's it, YouTube banned.
Is she also morning the lawn outside or something?
No, you shouldn't be hearing anything weird. Is it really bad? Do I need to stop recording?
No.
Clark is like, no, stop recording.
No. It's worse. Well, I'll change the lights to give you the signal.
You'll change the lights, will you? That make
the lights emergency red.
You probably, considering what you have to do to change the lights, you might as well just tell him, Bet.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
So what did you think about Modern Warfare, the Warzone itself, Clarky? Because Clarky, Pat and I have played a little bit. So what do you actually?
I think the way it plays and everything is absolutely flawless. The only thing I don't like is the gulag. I just think that's completely nutter. It's just, I would rather go straight into.
You're dead.
No, not you're dead. I'd rather go straight into spectating rather than have to go through that, because the option's there for, like you did a few times, buy me back anyway. I'd rather be there watching what was on screen and sort of like giving maybe pointing out something that you don't see, rather than going to this basically this flip of the coin game that you have to play to get back in.
Some people are just really good at it, and I'm not, and that's I don't like the gulag, but I it's an interesting, if it saves it doesn't take very long to do, because you're normally only waiting for like 30 seconds before you get into your gulag match. Your gulag match only normally lasts about 10 seconds, so you're only out of the picture for a minute. And if it saves your team $4,000 buyback, then it's okay. What we should have done was we should have tried that plunders mode. The one where you basically you've got to charge around and you get money and you basically respawn. That might be quite a good fun one to try.
There's glory in that, man.
Yeah, but we're beginners, man.
I did like it. Kind of has a bit of realism to it that standard Call of Duty multiplayer doesn't have. All that, like you're trying to get from point A to point B. You need to go there, hide there. There's all that. The standard multiplayer map is just run around and shoot one another, isn't it? I like. Yeah, I like the whole. We've got to find gear. Let's hold up here. It's more realistic. It's more what you think a soldier would be doing in a Warzone, if you will.
What, not running around with akimbos, like?
Yeah, exactly.
Taking
60 rounds in the head and then knifing you in the face.
Use an RPG to blow up one person behind a little truck. I mean, that's a little bit overkill.
Yeah, but then you get a little fun points like that. I mean, I thought that, and I'm gutted I didn't manage to catch this. It was when those three guys were approaching us from downstairs outside.
Oh yeah,
and we're like, right, unload on them.
But we timed it as well. We're like, got eyes on 3 enemies in 3, 2, 1. We're like, we all went at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think they've made some changes to it a little bit since I last played it properly. Not many. I understand there's a new map coming out, Pat. Is that right?
There is. I can explain more about it right after our little break.
Hello and welcome back. Short break. Apparently, Clarky ballsed up my audio somehow, but I fixed
What?
it. So that's all good. Shut up, Clarky.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Let's keep going. So Pat was about to tell us all about the new Warzone stuff. What is coming out soon, Pat?
No, I don't know anything.
I was looking forward to 20 minutes. I've been waiting to hear about this new map. You've got nothing.
No, like, it's not a new map. Oh, I've heard stuff, but I haven't really read the spoilers.
Spoilers? It's a map.
No, it's not a map. It's like an island's coming. It's being attached to the an island's been attached to the map we already got, the Dusk or whatever it's called. It's just an island, yeah.
Okay, so let's have a little look here, because some of us do their research.
It's spoilers. I don't want to read spoilers.
Call of Duty is getting a new map. There's your spoiler. Okay. Earlier today, this is off Game Radar. Earlier today, the developer revealed that the new crossover season between Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops Cold War had been pushed back by 6 days to launch on December the 16th. They didn't fancy going up against Cyberpunk either, then, obviously.
Hey, Destiny updates out on Tuesday. Next gen.
Who cares about that?
Well, Destiny 2, but upgrade or what?
What's that?
Oh, what, PS5 upgrade for Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Might get that.
Okay. Treyarch reveals players will be dropping into a brand new Warzone map when the season kicks off later this month.
Oh, I don't know anything about that then.
30 weapons are coming over from Warzone to Warzone from Black Ops Cold War. So there'll be more weapons coming in from Cold War. So they're basically keeping the Warzone loadouts we've already got, but then adding another 30 from that, as well as blueprint variants, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a new Gulag experience, especially for Clarky. I think it's where they come with something and ask you to cough, but no new details are offered on what that could be. When the new season for content drops for Call of Duty Warzone and Black Ops Cold War, it will unite both existing games into a trio with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. For the new season, one Battle Pass will be shared across all 3 games, with Battle Pass progression being accumulated based on your XP across all 3 games. That's cool. That's cool. All rewards are available through the Battle Pass to be shared between all 3. So they're making it much more like... Do you remember we talked about ages ago, I think when World War II, how we wanted them just to do a almost free-to-play Call of Duty standalone hub and then have different games launching off the side of it. It sounds pretty much like that's what's going to be happening. So
But can that run independently then? I'd like what? So
there's still going to be like what they're saying is basically Warzone's still going to be free to play and stuff. So we can go and download the variant that is like Clarky has. He's got his Xbox Warzone free to play version. He's got none of the Call of Duty stuff, right? He's got no campaign. He's got no multiplayer. He's just got Warzone.
Oh, they try and sell it me every time I log in.
They don't half pimp that.
Boom, buy it now. Boom.
Yeah.
No, mate.
But so for Pet, who's only got Modern Warfare, he'll have like that experience, and he'll have the Warzone, but he'll also get some of the Warzone stuff with the new weapons that come in from Cold War. Me, I've got both, I'll get all of it. But when I buy a Battle Pass, if I buy a Battle Pass, any XP I earn from either Cold War or Modern Warfare or Warzone, all that can contribute to the Battle Pass, rather it being, you've got the Modern Warfare Battle Pass and you've got the Black Ops.
Yeah, so there's one, basically you can make a loadout and play in any game.
Yeah, basically you share it across the 2 and stuff. So it's much more about joined up thinking and stuff. So
that could break the game as well, though. That could break the old game. So for instance, could I have a Cold War weapon in Modern Warfare multiplayer?
I think it's only in Warzone.
Okay, so then basically
from reading that, it sounds like they're just saying in Warzone,
you'll
have 30 weapons come in from Black Ops. Didn't say anything about
it
in the new game.
So it isn't the same load, because at the moment there's one loadout you have, and you can either have that in Warzone.
I'm sure I read something somewhere where they were saying that your loadouts were going to be shared, but that might just be like Warzone.
Well, that's what I mean. At the moment, there's only the Modern Warfare loadout, then went into Warzone. So if I change if I change my loadout in any menu, then I'll go in. That's it. So, but now let's say there's like a Kimbo's in Cold War. I don't know if there is. I've never played it. That would break the game if that was then in Modern Warfare, would it not? So I guess Modern Warfare loadout plays the same loadouts, but then Warzone doesn't. But then if you only got Modern Warfare and Warzone, then you got 2 different loadouts. That's worse.
Following this, Clarky.
It's basically worse for people that don't buy Cold War now.
Damn right, it should be, man. I spent 60 quid on that game. I haven't played it yet.
This doesn't apply to me, nor is it going to, because I ain't buying any of the campaigns.
I don't blame you. I'm looking forward to playing the campaign on this one.
From what I remember of Call of Duty, Warzone's definitely a step in the right direction for them. The rest of it's just...
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, cool. Well, we enjoyed it. It was good fun, and it did that thing where we came out of sort of each game with a little story of kind of like, that bit where you went and did this, and that bit where Clarky balls up that, and that bit where Clarky fell off the roof, and that bit where...
Whoa.
What?
Just calm it down with the blaming me for everything.
I wasn't blaming you. I was saying you were part of our integral rich storytelling experience. That bit where Clarky did this, that bit where Clarky did that.
When I had one RPG left and the car was running past.
That was a good shot.
Oh, that was a good shot.
That was a good shot.
That was.
So yeah, so it's mucho fun. And we've been really enjoying it.
When Vimesy got gunned down, should have seen him, to be fair, and I came and
which time?
Heroically avenged you.
Which
time? When Vimesy got gunned down,
I just remember hearing you guys. I wasn't watching it because I was still playing, but both of you were dead, and I think Vimesy must have been in the gulag, and he must have been watching him.
Oh, fucking hell!
He's left, and he's like, where?
No, I said he's behind cover down the right-hand wall.
Yeah.
So he walks up and then turns left. I'm like, no, go that way.
You said he was behind cover on the right-hand wall. There's like 100 meters of right-hand wall, and I was ducking into an alcove on the left. It didn't tell me the boat was literally right next to me behind cover. If he'd have just said he's right next to you behind the cover, I'd have been like,
this is just another example of your inability to follow instruction.
Yeah, seeing the blatantly obvious in front of me. Is that what we're saying now? Is it right? Okay.
Exactly.
Jeez, I wish Stone Man 64 was on with us, because he'd have been much more, communicative. But anyway, so Warzone's been fun. Cyberpunk is coming out in how many days, Clarky? 5 days?
Yeah, 5 days. It's next
Has
Thursday,
anybody got this
Friday, isn't it?
pre-ordered yet?
I'm like I kind of think about it every day. This is me sounding like a gameaholic.
I can
play around. Should I order it today? Should I not order it?
I can go in the store right now and download the entire game without paying for it.
Yeah, can't you download the 100 kilobyte?
Oh, what? You can download the entire. Hold on, I don't know about it. No.
It lets me on Xbox without even buying the game preload the entire thing, and then if it come release day, if I want it, I can just like click yep, buy, and there it is. It's there.
I wonder if you'll do that.
It's also handy if you buy a disc copy of it, because if you download the entire game, as soon as you pop your disc in, it works. It's there. There's no download to do, which is a really handy feature.
Just unlocks it, doesn't it? That's good. I like that. That's a good
thing. The only thing putting me off at the moment is like I think they've already come out. What's the company that makes it? CD Red.
Yeah,
CD Projekt Red. And I think they've already said like you guys will know better than me, but I think it's along the lines of like all the ray tracing stuff and all the next gen stuff will come out, but they haven't given a release date for it. So it's like, do I really want to go in now and kind of get the alpha experience and not get the?
But that's also like saying, should I go and I don't know. I see exactly where you're coming from.
It's a free upgrade, I assume. But
the thing is, Vimesy, if this is a decision to buy it on console, this is a very important decision for you to make, because you won't ever play it again.
No, that's the thing. So
if you play it, you're playing it as it is.
We could complete it before we even get a chance to play the next gen free version. So is that what we want to do? That is why I don't know whether to pre-order it or not, because like I've spoken to Aaron and he's like, there's no way I'm going to play the inferior version when I know a PS5 version going out. It will spoil it for me, even if I don't complete it. I don't want to play half of it in PS4 and half in PS. He was like, I want to play it all in PS5.
In all honesty, the way I am at the moment and the way my life. So like at the moment, I'm playing through Ghost of Tsushima and really enjoying it. I've got multiplayer kicks from Warzone and Call of Duty. I don't need at the moment a 70 to 170 hour RPG in my life. And I also, with the best respect, and I love CD Projekt Red to death, they don't release finished games. And I will quite happily, while I've got nothing, I'm not starved of games exactly. I'm quite happy to wait until they come out and either say like, here's your next gen patch, because even if my choices are I buy it on PlayStation 5 or I buy it on PC at the moment. That's my options. I'm tending towards PC because I think the mods might be interesting for it, and being able to just like tweak the gameplay experience might be quite cool. But I'm also tending towards PS5 because I'm a lazy bastard, and I'm also expecting the PC to end up going down towards the office fairly soon. So I want something to right? So I'll probably end up getting on PlayStation 5.
I'm probably going to leave it as well, because I'm just having too much fun playing stuff I haven't played before.
Can you imagine us a year ago having this conversation?
I know.
It's just, I honestly think it's because it's been delayed so much. Like, if it come out 6 months ago, I would be
to death, man.
Well, I would have bought it day one, but it's like now, it's like, do I really want to be buying a PS4 disc when the PS5 is out? I don't know, especially when I know this is coming out on PS5. If they were to say this is out on PS5 next October 21, I'd be like, oh fuck it, then I'm buying the PS4 version. Because that is a long time for me to wait to play a game of our generation.
When do I think it's going to be like? So if I buy, let's say I buy the digital version of Cyberpunk and I install that onto my PS5, when will I get a patch to make it next gen?
When the PS5 game launches. So the same as FIFA. We don't know. We haven't had the date. So
I'm quite happy to wait till they get some of this.
The thing is, are they actually launching a standalone PS5?
That's what I've heard. It's not a PS4 upgrade. It's not enhanced to be on PS5. It will be a PS5 game. So the same way FIFA now, I was going to get into it in a bit. I've got FIFA 21 on the PS5 now.
You'll be getting into it unless you're doing it really quickly, mate, because I'm looking at
okay, fine. Well, FIFA 21 now, the PS5 version has dropped. And what you do is you go to your PS4 version, you go to the store, and it has the PS5 version for £60 and a version to upgrade for free. You upgrade for free, and then if you still have the PS4 version is still on your game separately, or still on your PlayStation separately. You go to game version, which one do you want to play? PS5, you can delete the old one if you want. You don't need it anymore.
It does that when I boot up Cold War. When I boot up Cold War, it will ask me, do I want the PS4 version or the PS5 version? Especially after playing Warzone, because the Warzone version is still the PS4 version.
Oh,
of Warzone,
it
so
just
it
sounds
doesn't know
like
whether
Oh, no, it does
shit.
that. Yeah, it does that if the other version exists. So Spider-Man does that for me. It goes to me, do you want to play the PS4? I don't even own the PS4. If I was to click
weird
PS4,
changeover
it would
stuff.
say you don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird
But,
changeover stuff.
but
I'm
my point
quite
is, it's two separate games. Like all my settings are gone in the FIFA 21 version. You know, everything's gone. It's a new. Yeah, all my like you know, like the
None of
progress
that
of the.
carried over. So I get
No, none of your pro. So when
fucking Cyberpunk and then get the next gen upgrade, and I'm like, oh,
well, it
start
depends
again.
what they choose for you to carry over. So, for instance, like my character was there. So my character Petros was there. You know, he had his hair, he had his
Petros.
and Petros was there. He had all his stuff. He had my boots, the boots I picked for him, but none of my skill points, none of my experience points were there.
Ooh.
It was like a new experience. You know, so I'd start from the beginning.
I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research before I go into this one then, because like that don't sound good to me.
But you know, like I'll give you an example. You know, like Borderlands 3 is a PS5 game, but it's not. It's enhanced for PS5.
Yeah.
You can't buy Borderlands 3 with a PS5 logo on the top. Go into a shop and buy that. You will be able to with Cyberpunk. You will be able to go in the shop and buy Cyberpunk PS5 edition. Is my understanding.
You can do that with Maneater, which is absolutely disgusting.
The shark game.
Yeah. Have I mentioned this before? What Argos have done? I think it's disgraceful.
What's this?
Right. If you buy Maneater on the PS4 or you get the Xbox One copy, you get a free upgrade to the PS5 stroke Series S or X version, yeah. So if you look in Argos's listings, it's 21 quid for the PS4 and the Xbox One version.
Oh no.
It's 35 quid for the PS5 case and the one that says Xbox on the top of the case. It's like, come on, guys.
Cheeky. Unless you know.
What if Cyberpunk is just a PS4 game upgraded, and then like they wait for ages until DLC comes out, and then they go, right, here's the PS5 version.
That's all it ever is going to be. They're not going to completely remake the game for PS5 and Series X. It's going
but is it a PS5 game? Is it a game that is on the PS5 disc?
No, mate, but that's like saying I've bought, I don't know, a PC game and then I upgrade my graphics card. It's going to look different. It doesn't make it a next gen game.
Yeah, you can buy Resident Evil 5 and 6 with a PS4 case, but they ain't PS4 games. They're like
I don't get it.
PS3
games.
Get it.
Wait, I've got some Vaseline here. Yeah, I've got this represents.
Well, this took a sudden turn.
My lips were dry earlier, so I put some on. This is. I can go into a store and buy this PS4.
Oh, no, don't do this.
FIFA 21 for a PS4. I can buy this for my cousin. Yeah, my niece.
Your cousin.
I can buy that for him.
Your niece.
Or my nephew. My nephew. Sorry.
This is taking a really bad turn.
He plays FIFA.
I
can buy that for him. This iPhone represents the same game, but at the top it says PS5.
It says Pornhub.
If I plug this into my console, my PS5 console, it will work. If I plug this into my PS5 console, it will work. If I plug this into my PS4 console, it won't work. Which one? I know I'm getting this on Cyberpunk. Am I getting an iPhone as well?
It kind of blurs it with physical media because it's like the same with Battlefield 4, isn't it? You got the PS3 version and it got upgraded to the PS4 version, but you can still buy a version of it that was on a PS4 disc. But the only difference being is the disc won't work in a PS3. That was literally the only difference.
So it's not a PS5 Cyberpunk then.
You're not looking at it in the right terms, but it's
FIFA 21 PS5 is a PS5 game. You can only play it on PS5.
Yeah, but that's like saying I bought like Clarky was saying earlier, I bought Resident Evil 2 on my Xbox One. Yeah. I can't put that into my OG Xbox. It won't work. But the game is exactly the same.
No, I know the game's okay. I know the game's exactly the same. Could I put it on my PS4 hard drive? But on my external drive only takes PS4 games. Will Cyberpunk go on that? If I buy it from the PlayStation Store, will it go on that, or will it go onto my console drive?
It will possibly. The thing is, if you bought it from the PS Store and you did that, it would probably work on the external hard drive, but it would be running it at the PS4 version of the game.
It's a PS4 game then. Irrelevant. That FIFA 21 PS5 doesn't go on my external hard drive.
No. But if you took it off your external hard drive and put it onto your internal hard drive,
PS4
would that make it a PS5 game?
No, it's a PS4.
Why
I did that with.
Why not? Because if you did that, you
No.
get shorter loading times. Your graphics might get better because it can handle it.
No.
I don't know.
You can put any PS4 game you want on my external drive. You can't put
I
PS5
don't
games
know
on
why
that.
you're so. I don't know why you're so hell bent on it being a PS4 or a PS. It's a game. Just play it.
Because if it's a PS5 game, then it's going to be better.
No, it's not.
No.
No, where are you
It
getting
is.
this? Oh, it's got a bigger number after it's going to be better. Don't you remember? Like Resident Evil 5?
Yeah, the one in that.
Right, it's got a bigger number on it. It's better, mate. Listen, I watched Mission Impossible 6 last night. Let me tell you, the bigger number does not make a better film. All right.
Have you heard that they're making a new Lethal Weapon?
Oh, fuck off, no.
Oh.
Yeah, like they were old in the 90s. On
Fuck me.
Anyway, we're digressing. Cyberpunk. Are we all going to wait then?
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, ladies and gentlemen, tune in for our first thoughts when we've all caved.
Yeah.
We've all bought
I don't know. I'm not. I might get it.
But you can't see it as. I know you see things very as black and white, but it just isn't like that anymore.
Was Battlefield
I could
a
literally.
PS3 game or a PS4 game?
How many times have we seen games on a previous generation released physically on the new generation? And the only difference is it might run a bit faster, and it's got a PS5 logo on, but it's not been built from the ground up for the PS5 or the Xbox Series.
But in that case, we might as well just buy the PS4 version and play them. We're not going to get support.
I disagree slightly because when it runs on the PS5, it is like I think it's going to be more like buying a PC game, where if I put that into Clarky's machine, which has got let's say a 2-year-old graphics card in it, and mine, which is running a brand new 3080 or something, it's the same game I'm buying, but it will know that this computer can play it better than that computer. That's all. So it will know that this computer can handle running it at a faster frame rate with ray tracing.
So if Pet was into PCs and stuff, would he expect a new copy of the game every time he upgraded his graphics card?
I'll put a new 8 gig RAM.
Well, you would get like a Windows. I'm thinking like Windows 98 and then Windows like 2000. You did have games like only compatible on Windows 2000, right, and stuff like that.
It doesn't really work like that anymore.
No, not really. So like if I have,
it don't work like that anymore.
Not really. I mean, if you go back that far,
that's the last time I was PC gaming.
Yeah, don't.
The only thing that's difference between, say something gets released on the PS4 and the PS5, yeah, because it's going to happen a couple of times. The only difference between those two games is it says something different at the top of the case. The PS5 version can do things the PS4 version can't do. That's it, and that is how it will be until PS4 games are phased out completely. They'll be the same game. They'll just run better on the PS5. They won't have been built from the ground up.
It's like Pet.
It's sad though, isn't it?
No, a little bit. But when you got Call of Duty and it said, "Do you want to install the higher res texture pack?" Because it knows that you're on a higher power machine that can handle it. That's all it is. Yeah.
But that does say still. If I hover over that, it does say to me PS4 game. It says PS4.
Does it matter? Because at the end of the day, right, you have it on a PS4, an OG PS4. You play it and you're like, oh, la, 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 and you get a PS4 Pro and it says, you can have higher textures on this because the computer can handle it more. That's like if I go and buy Cyberpunk and I put it into my PlayStation 4, it will go, okay, yep, we can play this, lovely, great. I put it into my PS5, it will say, that's lovely, and oh, by the way, look at it, it looks a bit better because I know it can handle higher textures or a better resolution or a higher frame rate.
Yeah. In that case, shouldn't I be buying a PS4 game of Cyberpunk, which I got the flexibility then of playing wherever I want instead of a PS5 disc?
Yeah, for you, you might as well, because it'll be different because you put it into your PS4 machine.
I mean, there are areas where you guys are going to suffer anyway, like older games being updated to like 120 frames per second. You read this one?
Do I want to before I buy my new telly?
Right. Right, on Xbox, if you want an older game or a last gen game, if the developers say, yeah, you know what, we're going to do this so it runs 120 frames per second, yeah, they'll release a patch for it with the Xbox. That game will run 120 frames per second. On Sony, if the developer says, yeah, I want this game to run at 120 frames per second on PlayStation 5, yeah, no worries. So it's just a patch then? No, you have to completely remake the game from scratch with 120 frames per second embedded in it.
I don't want us to get that much into it because there's so much, because you know, like the Assassin's Creed like stuff, like, they had to, because it was running better on PlayStation, they downgraded it so it could match the Xbox version, which wasn't running as smooth. Like, I don't know how it all works, Clark, because I don't know if I buy all that stuff yet. Like,
No, I get
PlayStation
you.
runs this better, Xbox runs this better. I don't know.
It's not a console war thing. It's just
yeah,
that
but it sounds like a
transition.
console war discussion.
Yeah, it's more to do with just the transition from going from one gen to the next, whether it's Microsoft or Sony. But it's just confused. I mean, if we're confused, imagine what people, like normal people who aren't necessarily enthusiasts, are kind of like.
I just think in general, I think like, because I saw a lot of crap this week on Twitter about, did you lot read all that Assassin's Creed nonsense?
No,
about like,
bother.
oh, well, apparently, and I will use the word apparently, you know, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the new one, wasn't running as well on Xbox. I don't know the details. Maybe it was 60 frames per second, for example, though, or maybe it was a lower resolution.
Yeah, I don't think it held. No, it was a frame rate. I don't think it held up as well
Yeah.
on Xbox. But I mean,
So let me just say the point, Clarky. Let me just say the point.
Yeah.
I'll grab you back in a sec, bro. But on the PlayStation, it was running at a better higher frame rate. So apparently, to make the two consoles match, they downgraded the PlayStation one. So both, there was a patch that came out that downgraded the PlayStation one. So there was none of this bollocks that why isn't it running as good? That you've all got the same version. And then there was all this crap on Xbox this, you idiots, and PlayStation this, you idiots. And it's just like, guys, just realize
there is
3 games going to be different. One game's going to run usually the same. One's going to run better on Xbox. The other one might run better on PlayStation.
There is one very, very important point to all of these. Oh, Xbox is doing this better. Oh, PlayStation's doing this better. There's one very important point to every single one of these stories that you're seeing. 99% of people won't even fucking notice. It's only when people are going, oh, hold on a minute, I've got this chart thing running. It skipped a frame. Inferior version. It's like like you're seeing all of this crap, and to Joe consumer, it just means absolutely nothing.
I was watching something on, and I think it's the last we'll say it because we'll push for time a little bit. I was watching something when I was watching about like streaming setups and things like that, and I was watching some bloke testing like webcams, and he was like, "Oh, so look,
did he tell it sideways?
Did you see that? Did you see that the frame dropped?" And I'm like, what? And I had to replay it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't see what you're talking about.
It's like the daftest one of these Xbox PlayStation comparisons I saw. It's like they turned both of them on from when it's in standby and not completely off. They turned them both on. It's like, oh, look, see, Xbox boots quicker. It's like, well, not really. PlayStation just has an additional animation there. It's like, what?
Yeah. Anyway, regardless. So
I think I don't want anyone to get upset about the Valhalla. I think the issue with the Valhalla thing was that PlayStation downgraded it
a whole lot now. That's it.
I think the important thing to remember about Valhalla is it's not that good a game.
We'll talk about more of that next week, won't we? Actually, next week will be.
It's not Christmas.
Yeah, it's not Christmas yet, Vimesy.
It probably will.
I've got to get the Christmas special show ready.
You'll have to, mate, because I think the next one will be our Christmas special show because I'm not around next weekend to record. So unless we're doing it early, we'll talk about this off air. But anyway, if you do want to get hold of us and tell us why we got all of the stuff that we just talked about wrong and how we don't know our asses from our elbow, wouldn't be the first time. You can do that by emailing us at Clarky.
gamersconfessional@gmail.com.
I will make a point of checking that inbox at some point this year. Otherwise, you can tweet us at Confessional Pod. I'm at Vimesy74. Clarky's at Clarky Snap, and Pet's at Life of Petros. Until next week, thank you very much for listening. Peace out. Goodbye.
Bye.